Every day you craft a piece of your world. You never let yourself think that this could ever change.
A slick TV commercial urges people to join the Polish military.
Polish armed forces, sometimes invisible, always there for you.
Warsaw announced recently that it's planning to introduce military training for every adult male. Prime Minister Donald Tusk said the country may well need an army of 500,000 troops. The reason? This man and his ambition for a greater Russia. Poland is just 700 miles or so from the front line in Ukraine, and after the experiences of the Second World War and half a century of Soviet rule, it's taking no chances. Poland has a 330-mile border with Ukraine and a 250-mile border with Russia's ally Belarus, where Moscow has deployed tactical nuclear weapons. On Russian TV, Kremlin propagandist Vladimir Solovyov showed how Moscow views its western neighbour.
По базе, куда все приходит. Надо носить удар по заводам, которые это производят.
So what is Poland doing to protect itself from Russian aggression? Well, first of all, it has a plan to modernise its military and increase its defence industrial base. Warsaw is also spending a lot more money. Poland now spends a higher proportion of GDP on defence than any other NATO member. When Russia marched into Ukraine, Poland's armed forces were the 9th largest in the alliance. Now, 3 years on, they're third behind Turkey and the US, with just over 200,000 active personnel, including a 90,000-strong regular army. A decade ago, Poland spent 1.9% of GDP on defence, around $10 billion. By 2024, that had risen to 4.2%, a spend of $28 billion. With plans to increase it to 4.7% this year. By comparison, Russia spends around 7% of GDP on its military, the UK 2.3%. So lots of big numbers, but what is Poland spending this extra money on? Well, some is going on personnel. Warsaw wants a land force of 300,000 in the next 5 years, a mix of regular, territorial and paramilitary units that will be bigger than the French and German armies combined. It's also been shopping, buying large amounts of new kit, both to replace the equipment it's donated to Ukraine and to increase Poland's lethality. The focus has been on heavy weapons. Poland has nearly 700 main battle tanks, among them South Korean K2 Black Panthers, German Leopards of various types, and American Abrams, as well as several hundred PT-91s, a Polish variant of the Soviet T-72. And that's just for now. In total, Poland has ordered 1,300 tanks, including more than 800 Black Panthers and 250 of the latest version of the Abrams. It's even opened an Abrams tank academy in Poznan. Artillery is another area where Poland's investing. It already has 800 artillery pieces, but it's buying more. After donating 18 Krab self-propelled howitzers to Ukraine, Poland's now buying another 182 of them, bringing the total in the Polish army to just over 200. Warsaw has also ordered 200 South Korean K9 Thunder self-propelled howitzers, and its land forces are getting 96 Apache AH-64E attack helicopters in a deal worth $10 billion. Poland's also investing in its small and ageing navy, tripling its tonnage with the aim of playing a more important role in policing the Baltic Sea. Warsaw's buying 3 new frigates based on the design of the Royal Navy's new Type 31, with the option to buy 5 more. And with 128 missiles on board, they'll actually be better armed than their British equivalents. Finally, there's Poland's Air Force, which is also getting a big injection of money. It currently has 85 combat aircraft, including 14 MiG-29s, 48 F-16 Fighting Falcons, and 12 South Korean Fa-50 light attack or trainer jets. In 2020, Poland signed a $4.6 billion deal to buy 32 conventional takeoff and landing F-35As between now and 2030. The first 2 of these were delivered in December, and the initial group of Polish F-35 pilots completed their training in the US this week. For Poland, which like many countries reduced defence spending after the Cold War, the invasion of Ukraine has been a pivotal moment. There's discussions with France about stationing nuclear weapons on Polish territory, transforming itself into a regional watchkeeper and a military powerhouse. Simon Newton, BFBS Forces News. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.